I never believed love could enter my life so quietly. I always thought love was something that happened to other people, not me. My days were simple, and I liked keeping them that way. I trusted very few people, and Daniel was the only person I call my true family. Ryan, you're still the same. Daniel laughed when I met him after a long time. You still look like you have no idea what you are doing. I smiled and replied, and you still talk too much. Some things never change. Daniel shook his head. You missed me. Maybe a little, I said. A little, he asked. After everything we went through? I laughed. Fine. I miss you a lot. Daniel smiled. Good. I missed having someone who understands me. I had known Daniel for years. I knew his anger, his jokes, and his dreams. I trusted him because Daniel never left my side when my life became difficult. That day, I also saw Emily again. Ryan, Emily asked. I turned around and froze for a second. Emily, she smiled. You remember me? Of course I do, I answered. You were always running around and annoying Daniel. She laughed. I was not annoying. I was just younger. I smiled. You really changed. She looked surprised. Is that a good thing? Yes, I said quickly. I mean, you grew up. Daniel looked between us and laughed. I cannot believe you two are talking like old friends. Emily crossed her arms. Ryan was always nice to me. You were the annoying one. Daniel looked offended. I was protecting you. From what? Emily asked. From everything, Daniel replied. I laughed because I knew Daniel. He cared too much sometimes. After that day, I started seeing Emily more often. At first, I told myself it was only because she was Daniel's sister. I told myself I was just being friendly. But my own thoughts started changing. Why are you smiling at your phone? Daniel asked one night. I quickly locked my screen. Nobody. Daniel raised an eyebrow. Nobody makes you smile like that. I shook my head. You are imagining things. Ryan, I know you. I looked away. Maybe you do. Daniel became serious. Are you hiding something? The question made my heart race. No, I said. I hated lying to him, but I was scared. Emily became the person I talked to every day. Emily asked about my problems. Emily listened when I felt lost. Emily made me feel like I mattered. One night, Emily called me. Are you awake? She asked. I smiled. Yes. Why are you always awake late? Maybe I like quiet nights. Or maybe you think too much. I laughed softly. You know me too well. I think you hide a lot. Maybe I do. Why? I stayed silent. Ryan, I looked at my phone and whispered, because some things are easier to hide. Emily became quiet. Are you okay? She asked. Yes. You always say yes when you're not okay. I did not know how to answer. Emily, do you ever feel scared to lose someone? Yes, she said. Boo, you. My heart stopped for a moment. What? She laughed nervously. I mean, you're my friend. I did not want to lose you. I smiled, but deep inside, I felt something different. The truth was becoming impossible to ignore. I was falling for Emily. I hated admitting it because Daniel was my best friend. He trusted me. He saw me as family. What is wrong with me? I whispered to myself. I wanted to tell Daniel everything, but every time I imagined his reaction, I felt fear. A few days later, I met Daniel outside. Ryan, you seem different, he said. Different how? You are happier. Maybe life is getting better. Daniel smiled. I am glad. You deserve that. His words hurt because I knew the truth. I was happy because of Emily. I wanted to tell him. I really did, but I could not risk losing him. Daniel, I said. Yeah. I almost confessed everything. Almost. But then I remembered our friendship. Nothing, I said. Daniel looked confused. You sure? I forced a smile. Yeah, I'm sure. That night, I sat alone and accepted something I had been avoiding. I loved Emily. I could not run from it anymore. But I also knew one thing. I would keep it secret. I would hide my feelings because losing Emily would hurt, but losing Daniel would destroy me. So I made a choice. I would love her silently. For the next few weeks, I tried convincing myself that my feelings would disappear. I told myself that time would fix everything, but every conversation with Emily made my heart disagree. Ryan, why do you always disappear when things get serious? Emily asked me one afternoon. I looked at her and smiled sadly. Maybe I'm afraid of serious things. Afraid of what? Afraid of changing what I already have. Emily studied my face. You mean your friendship with Daniel? I stayed quiet. She sighed. You really care about him. He is my brother in every way except blood, I replied. I cannot lose him. Emily lowered her voice. And what about what you want? I looked away. What I want does not matter. That is not true, she said. I laughed softly. You always make everything sound simple. Maybe because you make everything harder than it needs to be. Her words stayed in my mind. I knew Emily understood me better than anyone. That scared me because the closer I became to her, the harder it became to hide. Can I ask you something? Emily said. Anything. Do you ever regret meeting me? I felt shocked by the question. No, I answered immediately. Then why do you look sad? Because I loved her. Because I knew I was standing near something beautiful that could destroy everything. I just think some people enter our lives at the wrong time, I said. Emily looked hurt. Do you think I'm the wrong person? No, I replied. Never. The silence between us felt heavy. I wanted to say everything. I wanted to tell her that every message from her made my day better. I wanted to tell her that her voice was the first thing I wanted to hear when I woke up. But I stayed quiet. Later that night, Daniel called me. Ryan, are you okay? He asked. Yeah. What? I do not know. I just feel like something is different. My heart started beating faster. Everything is fine. Daniel paused. Promise? I closed my eyes. Promise. After the call ended, I felt guilty. I hated hiding things from Daniel. I hated pretending everything was normal when my entire heart was changing. I looked at my phone and saw Emily's name. I wanted to call her. I wanted to hear her voice. But I stopped myself. I placed the phone down and accepted my decision. Some feelings were too dangerous to reveal, and my love for Emily was one of them. I would carry this secret forever alone. I thought hiding my feelings would make everything easier, but every day I spent with Emily made my secret harder to carry. I tried acting normal around her, but my heart always reacted before my mind could control it. One evening, Emily asked me to meet her. Ryan, can we talk? She said. I looked at her face and immediately felt nervous. Is something wrong? She shook her head. No, but I need to tell you something. I sat down beside her. You are making me worried. She smiled slightly. Why do you always expect bad news? Because good things never come without a price. Emily looked at me quietly. You really think that way? I nodded. I've learned not to expect too much. She lowered her eyes. Maybe you should stop protecting yourself all the time. I did not answer. Ryan, she said softly, I know you are hiding something. My heart started racing. What do you mean? She looked at me. I know you care about me. I froze. Emily, let me finish, she said. I have noticed it for a long time. I looked away. I tried ignoring it because I thought maybe I was wrong. But every time you look at me, every time you worry about me, I know. I swallowed. Why did you never say anything? I stayed silent. Ryan, because you're Daniel's sister. Her expression changed. I knew it. I could not risk losing him, I said. Daniel trusts me. He thinks of me like family. Emily sighed. So, you're going to hide your feelings forever? I thought I could. Could you? I looked at her. No. She smiled sadly. Neither could I. My eyes widened. What? Emily took a breath. I have liked you for a long time, Ryan. I could not believe what I heard. You are serious? She laughed softly. Yes. Why is that so hard to believe? Because I never imagined you would feel the same. Why? Because you deserve someone better. Emily frowned. Do not say that. It is true. No, Ryan. You always decide things for yourself before letting anyone else choose. Her words hit me. I realized she was right. For so long, I had been afraid of losing people that I never considered someone might actually choose me. So what happens now? I asked. Emily smiled. Now we stop pretending. That was the moment everything changed. For the first time in years, I felt completely happy. But happiness also scared me. I knew Daniel would find out eventually. Ryan, why do you look worried? Emily asked. Because this is too good. She held my hand. Do you regret it? I looked at her. Never. We started spending more time together, but we kept our relationship private. Not because we were ashamed, but because we were scared. Every time Daniel called me, guilt appeared inside me. One night, Emily noticed. You're thinking about him again. I looked at her. Am I that obvious? Yes. I smiled. I did not want to hurt him. I know. I should tell him. Emily became serious. Yes, you should. I looked down. Not yet. Ryan, I need time. You have already had time. I sighed. I know. She touched my arm. I'm not asking you to choose between me and Daniel. It feels like I am. Why? Because he means everything to me. Emily looked hurt. And what do I mean to you? I immediately looked at her. You know the answer. Then do not treat me like something you have to hide. Her words stayed with me. A few days later, I met my friend Sarah. She noticed something was wrong immediately. You look terrible, she said. I laughed. Nice to see you too. I'm serious, Ryan. Something happened. I looked away. Maybe I'm just tired. Sarah crossed her arms. You are lying. I smiled slightly. Everyone knows me too well. No, you just make your feelings obvious. I stayed quiet. Sarah softened her voice. Tell me. I hesitated. I am with someone. Her eyes widened. Really? Yes. Who? I looked down. Emily. Sarah became silent. Daniel's sister? I nodded. Ryan. I know. That is complicated. I know. She sat back. Does Daniel know? I shook my head. Sarah sighed. That is the problem. I am scared. Of losing him. Yes. She looked at me carefully. You cannot keep everyone happy forever. I knew she was right, but knowing the truth did not make the choice easier. Later, I visited Daniel's house. I saw Mr. Carter sitting outside. Ryan, he said, it has been a while. I smiled. Yeah, I have been busy. He studied me. You seem distracted. I laughed nervously. Everyone keeps saying that. Because everyone notices. I sat beside him. Mr. Carter, can I ask you something? Of course. Have you ever been afraid of disappointing someone you love? He looked at me. Yes. What did you do? He smiled sadly. I told the truth. I looked down, even if it hurt, especially then. His words followed me. That night, I decided I would tell Daniel. I called him. Daniel, can we meet tomorrow? Sure, he said. Everything okay? I almost told him. Yes. But my voice betrayed my fear. The next day, I met Daniel. He looked at me. You wanted to talk? I nodded. There is something I should have told you. His expression changed. What is it? I opened my mouth. But before I could speak, his phone showed a message. He looked at the screen. Then he looked at me. Ryan. My heart dropped. What? Is this about Emily? I froze. How did you? Daniel stood up. I saw you two together. I quickly stood. Daniel, listen. No. Please. He looked at me differently. Why did you hide this from me? I was going to tell you. When? I had no answer. Daniel laughed bitterly. After how long? Daniel, I never wanted to hurt you. But you did. His voice was calm, but that hurt more. I trusted you. I know. No, you do not. I stepped closer. You're my best friend. Then why did you lie? I was scared. Scared of what? Losing you. He stared at me. And you thought hiding it would protect our friendship? I felt helpless. Daniel, I love Emily. His face became cold. And that is exactly why I cannot believe you. Emily arrived and saw us. Daniel, he looked at her. You knew. She stayed silent. That silence answered everything. Daniel looked between us. I cannot believe this. Daniel, please, I said. He shook his head. I need space. I understand. No, you do not. His eyes filled with disappointment. You were the one person I trusted completely. I felt my chest tighten. I never wanted this. But it happened. He walked away. I followed him. Daniel. He stopped. For a moment, I hoped he would forgive me. But he turned around with pain in his eyes. Ryan, I never want to see you again. Those words destroyed me. I stood there unable to move. The person I trusted most was gone. And I did not know if I should fight for my love or accept that I'd lost my best friend forever. I never thought losing Daniel would hurt this much. I had imagined arguments, anger, and maybe a few weeks of silence. But I never imagined waking up every morning knowing my best friend wanted nothing to do with me. Emily noticed the change before I said anything. You did not sleep again, she said. I looked away. I am fine. She sighed. You always say that. I'm trying to be okay. But you are not. I stayed quiet. Emily sat beside me. Ryan, I hate seeing you like this. I looked at her. You think I hate myself because of you? Her eyes became sad. Do you? No, I answered quickly. Never. But you lost Daniel because of me. I shook my head. No, Emily. I lost Daniel because I was afraid to tell him. But if I was not here, do not say that. She looked at me. I'm being honest, and I'm telling you that you are wrong. Emily looked down. Daniel was your family. He still is. But he is gone. Those words hurt because they were true. I will fix it, I said. Ow! I do not know yet. Ryan. What? You cannot force someone to forgive you. I looked at her. I can try. She became quiet. I knew she was carrying her own pain, but I was too broken to notice how much. Days passed, and Daniel continued avoiding me. Every message I sent stayed unanswered. Every call went to silence. One evening, Sarah found me sitting alone. You look worse than before, she said. I forced a smile. Nice greeting. I'm serious. I know. She sat beside me. Have you talked to Emily? Yes. And she thinks everything is her fault. Sarah shook her head. And do you agree? No. Then tell her. I already did. Sarah looked at me. Ryan, you're trying to hold everything together while you are falling apart. I laughed softly. That sounds impossible. It is. I looked at the ground. I just do not know how to fix this. Sarah became quiet for a moment. You cannot fix the past. You can only decide what kind of person you become after it. I hated hearing that because I knew she was right. I wanted Daniel back. I wanted everything to return to normal. But life did not care what I wanted. A few days later, I went to see Emily. She looked nervous when she opened the door. What happened? I asked. She looked away. Nothing. I frowned. Emily. She sighed. Come inside. I followed her. She sat down. I need to tell you something. My heart immediately felt heavy. What is it? I got an offer. Offer for what? She looked at me. My dream job. I smiled. That is amazing. She did not smile back. What? It is in another city. The room suddenly felt quiet. How far? Far enough. I stared at her. When were you going to tell me? I just found out. Emily. I was scared. Why? She looked at me. Because I knew what you would say. I stood up. What do you think I would say? You would ask me to stay. I did not answer. Because she was right. Would that be wrong? I asked. She looked hurt. Ryan, I have watched you lose your best friend because of me. Because of us. She shook her head. No. Because of me. That is not true. It feels true. I walked closer. Emily, I lost Daniel because I hid the truth. Not because I loved you. Her eyes filled with emotion. Then why do you look at me like I am the reason you are hurting? I froze. I did not have an answer. Because I was hurting, and sometimes pain made me blame the wrong things. I did not want to lose you too, I whispered. Emily looked away. I know. Then stay. She closed her eyes. I cannot. Those words felt like another betrayal. You cannot. I need to go. So that is it. Ryan. No. Tell me. Is leaving easier? She looked shocked. You think I am choosing the easy way? What else am I supposed to think? She stood up. You think leaving you is easy? I said nothing. I have spent every night crying because I watched you lose someone you love. My anger started fading. I never wanted that. I know. Then why? She took a deep breath. Because I love you. I looked at her. Then why are you leaving? Because I love you enough to let you heal. I felt my chest tighten. That does not make sense. It does to me. No, Emily. It does not. She wiped her tears. You are becoming someone you do not recognize. I looked away. Maybe I am. You were kind, Ryan. I still am. She shook her head. You are angry now. I wanted to deny it. But I knew she was right. I am angry because everything I care about is disappearing. She stepped closer. Not everything. You are. She looked at me with sadness. I never wanted to be the reason you lose yourself. I felt betrayed. I felt abandoned. You are leaving me. I'm trying to save you. I did not ask you to. I know. The silence between us hurt more than any argument. Later, I called Sarah. She is leaving, I said. Sarah became quiet. Emily, yes. Ryan, I cannot believe she is doing this. Maybe she thinks it is the right choice. I do not need her to make choices for me. Sarah sighed. You love her. I do. Then understand her. I laughed bitterly. Everyone keeps asking me to understand everyone else. Because you're not the only one hurting. That sentence stayed with me. I spent the next few days trying to change Emily's mind. Please stay, I told her. She looked at me. If I stay, will Daniel come back? I had no answer. If I stay, will your pain disappear? Again, I had no answer. She touched my hand. I wish love could fix everything. I looked at her. So do I. The day came too quickly. I stood at the station watching Emily prepare to leave. Ryan, she said softly. I looked at her. Do you hate me? My heart broke. No. Do you regret loving me? I swallowed. No. She smiled sadly. Good. I looked away. I wanted a different ending. Me too. Then why does it feel like you gave up? She became emotional. I did not give up. I sacrificed. I wanted to believe her. I really did. But all I felt was pain. The vehicle arrived. Emily looked at me. Promise me something. What? Do not let this turn you into someone cold. I looked down. I cannot promise. She looked hurt. Ryan, I do not know who I am without you. She stepped closer. You are still Ryan. I shook my head. No, the old me is gone. She whispered goodbye. I watched her leave. I stood there until I could not see her anymore. That day, I lost Emily. I lost Daniel. And I lost the person I used to be. I made one promise to myself. I would never love anyone again. Years changed me in ways I never expected. The person who watched Emily leave was gone. I built a new life, but I built it with walls around my heart. I became successful. I learned how to win. I learned how to control my emotions. Most importantly, I learned how not to trust people easily. Sarah noticed the change before anyone else. You're not the same Ryan anymore, she told me. I looked at my laptop and continued working. People change. That is not what I mean. I looked at her. What do you mean? She crossed her arms. You became someone who never lets anyone close. I smiled slightly. That sounds safer. Safe is not always happy. I looked away. Happiness did not help me before. Sarah sighed. You still blame yourself. No, you do. I stayed silent. She knew me too well. You cannot spend your whole life punishing yourself for loving someone. I closed my laptop. Sarah, I am fine. She smiled sadly. You always say that when you are not. I did not answer. A few years ago, I would have argued. Now, I just accepted the silence. My company grew, and I started working with someone named Michael. He was different from the people I had known. Ryan, you are working too much, Michael said one night. I looked at him. You are my business partner, not my doctor. He laughed. Maybe you need both. I smiled. You always joke. Because you never do. I looked at him. You have known me for a short time, and I already know you hide everything. I shook my head. Everyone thinks they understand me. Maybe because you make it obvious. I laughed quietly. Michael became one of the few people I trusted. One day, he asked me something unexpected. Did someone hurt you? I looked at him. Why do you ask? Because every time someone gets close, you create distance. I stayed quiet. Old story, I said. Michael nodded. You do not have to tell me. I was surprised. Most people push for answers. He did not. That was when I realized not everyone wanted something from me. A few days later, I received a call. A number I had not seen in years. Daniel. I stared at my phone. Michael noticed. You going to answer? I did not move. Ryan. I finally answered. Hello. Silence filled the call. Then I heard his voice. Ryan. My chest tightened. Daniel. I did not think you would answer. Neither did I. He was quiet. Can we meet? I almost said no. Almost. But something inside me wanted answers. Where? The next day, I met Daniel. The moment I saw him, I noticed he had changed too. Not physically, emotionally. He looked tired. I do not know what to say, he said. I looked at him. After all this time, he lowered his eyes. I know. I sat down. Why did you call me? He took a deep breath. Because I was wrong. I said nothing. I spent years angry at you. You had a reason. No, he replied. I had pride. That surprised me. Daniel, let me talk. I stayed quiet. I thought you betrayed me. You did not think. You decided. His face showed pain. You are right. I looked away. I never want to hurt you. I know that now. Now. He nodded. I was too angry to listen. The old memories came back. The argument. The goodbye. The pain. You told me you never wanted to see me again. His eyes became emotional. I know. You destroyed everything. I know. I looked at him. Why are you here? He swallowed. Because I need you to know the truth. I felt nervous. What truth? Emily did not leave because she stopped loving you. My heart stopped. What? Daniel looked down. She left because of me. I cannot speak. She blamed herself because you lost me. I shook my head. That is not possible. It is. No. Daniel looked at me. She loved you. My hands tightened. Then why did she leave? He sighed. Because she thought staying would destroy you. I felt anger rise. She decided for me. Yes. And you let her? His silence answered. I stood up. I cannot believe this. I know. You both made choices for me. I know. My voice became louder. You both thought you were protecting me, but nobody asked what I wanted. Daniel looked at me. You are right. I saw something in him I had never seen before. Regret. What happened to you? I asked. He looked confused. What? Why are you admitting this now? He looked down. Because I lost everyone. I stayed silent. My anger pushed people away. Boo. He gave a painful smile. Everyone who cared. I remembered the old Daniel. The person who always protected people. Now he looked like someone who had lost himself. I thought I was protecting Emily, he said. But I was protecting my own pride. Those words stayed with me. For the first time, I saw Daniel's pain. Not just mine. I searched for Emily after she left, he continued. What did you find? She was still following your life. I froze. What? She knew about your success. I looked at him. How? She kept asking about you. My heart started racing. Why? Daniel looked at me. Because she never forgot you. I did not know what to say. Years of anger suddenly felt heavier. I had spent so long believing I was abandoned. But maybe I was not. Later, I told Sarah everything. She listened quietly. You finally know the truth. I looked at her. I do not know if it changes anything. It changes something. What? You are not carrying a lie anymore. I looked down. I wasted years being angry. Sarah nodded. Yes. I became someone I hated. She smiled softly. But you can change. I do not know how. Start by forgiving. I laughed. Is that easy? No. Then why say it? Because you need to hear it. That night, Michael found me thinking. You look confused. I found out I was wrong about something important. He sat down. That happens. I thought people left because they did not care. Michael looked at me. And now? Now I do not know what to believe. He nodded. Trust takes time. I looked at my desk. You make everything sound simple. Because you make everything complicated. I smiled. Maybe he was right. The next morning, I received an envelope. No return address. Only my name. My hands froze when I saw the handwriting. I knew it immediately. Emily. I sat down slowly. Sarah noticed my expression. What is it? I looked at the letter. After all these years. She waited. I opened it carefully. My heart started beating faster. Emily's words were waiting inside. And after years of silence, I finally heard from the person I never stopped loving. I held Emily's letter for a long time before opening it. My hands felt heavier than they should have. After years of silence, a few pieces of paper had the power to bring back every memory I tried to bury. Sarah watched me carefully. Are you going to read it? She asked. I looked at the envelope. I do not know. Ryan, you waited years for this moment. I also spent years trying to forget it. She nodded. Both things can be true. I looked at her. You always know what to say. She smiled. Someone has to. I opened the letter slowly. The first line was simple. Ryan, I never stopped loving you. My heart immediately tightened. I kept reading. I remember the day I left. I remember how much it hurt to walk away from you. I wanted to stay, but I believed staying would destroy everything you cared about. I closed my eyes. After all those years, I finally understood. Emily did not leave because she stopped loving me. She left because she loved me. Sarah noticed my expression. What did she say? I looked at her. She was hurting too. Sarah stayed quiet. I continued reading. I know you were angry with me. I know you thought I abandoned you. Maybe I deserved your anger because I made the choice without asking what you wanted. I stopped. Those words hurt because they were true. Emily had made a decision for me, but I had also spent years refusing to understand her. I kept reading. I wanted to tell you every day that I missed you. I wanted to come back. But every time I imagined seeing your pain, I believed leaving was better. A tear fell from my face. I quickly wiped it away. Sarah noticed. You still love her. I looked down. Yes. Then why are you afraid? I stayed silent. Ryan, because I do not know if I can survive losing her again. Sarah's voice became softer. Maybe this time you do not have to lose her. I looked back at the letter. The final line was an address. Emily wanted to meet. I spent the entire night thinking. Part of me wanted to run. The other part had been waiting for this moment for years. The next day, I went to see her. When I saw Emily, everything felt familiar and different at the same time. She looked at me quietly. "Hi, Ryan." I smiled sadly. "Hi, Emily." For a moment, neither of us moved. Then she whispered, "I was scared you would not come. I was scared I would." She looked hurt. "I understand." I took a breath. "Do you?" "Yes. I spent years angry at you. I know. I thought you left because I was not enough." Her eyes filled with emotion. "Ryan, that was never true." "Then why did you go?" She looked down. "Because I thought I was destroying your life. You should have asked me." "I know. You should have trusted me." "I know." Her voice broke. I was wrong. Hearing her admit, it made something inside me change. I had spent years wanting an apology, but when I finally received it, I realized it was not enough to erase the pain. "Do you know what hurt the most?" I asked. She looked at me. "What?" "I did not just lose you. I lost myself." She wiped her tears. "I never wanted that." "I know. I thought I was saving you." "You were trying?" She looked surprised. "I still understand why you did it." "You do?" "Yes." "After everything?" I nodded. "After everything." She looked away. "I do not deserve your forgiveness." "Maybe not." Her expression changed. "But I need to forgive you anyway." She looked back at me. "Why?" "Because staying angry destroyed me." The silence between us felt different now. Not painful, just honest. "I also made mistakes," I said. Emily shook her head. "You did not leave." "No, but I hid." I looked at her. I was so afraid of losing Daniel that I never considered how my silence affected you. She lowered her eyes. "We were both afraid." "Yes." "And fear ruined everything." I nodded. Before I could say more, I received a message. Daniel wanted to meet. When I arrived, he looked nervous. "I almost did not come," he said. I smiled slightly. "Neither did I." He laughed softly. "I guess we are still the same." I sat down. "What did you want to say?" He looked serious. "I owe you an apology." I waited. "I spent years blaming you." "You did." "I thought protecting Emily meant controlling her life." I stayed quiet. Daniel looked down. "I was wrong. I had imagined this moment many times. I thought I would feel satisfaction. I thought I would feel revenge. But I felt something else. Peace. I miss my best friend," I said. Daniel looked at me. "I missed you too. But you hurt me." "I know. And I hurt you." He nodded. We both did. For the first time in years, we stopped fighting the past. We accepted it. Later, Emily, Daniel, and I sat together. It felt strange, but it also felt right. Emily looked at Daniel. "Are you really okay with this?" Daniel smiled. "Yes." "Really?" He nodded. "I spent years thinking I was protecting you." He looked at me, but I was only pushing everyone away. I understood him, because I had done the same. Sarah joined us later. She looked around. "I cannot believe this." I smiled. "What?" "You all finally learned how to talk." Daniel laughed. "Sarah, you have not changed. Someone had to keep Ryan alive." I looked at her. "You really helped me." She smiled. "I know." Everyone laughed. It was a small moment. But after years of pain, small moments mattered. I looked at Emily. "I cannot promise everything will be perfect." She smiled. "I do not need perfect." "What do you need?" "Honesty." I nodded. "I can give you that." Years ago, I thought losing Emily was the end of my life. I thought pain would define me forever. I was wrong. The pain changed me. It made me stronger. It taught me patience. It taught me forgiveness. I spent years believing my victory would be proving everyone wrong. But I learned something important. Revenge never healed me. Anger never brought back my happiness. Finding myself did. I looked at Emily and smiled. The girl I thought I lost forever was standing beside me again. But this time, I was not the same person. I was not the broken man who watched her leave. I was someone who survived, someone who learned, someone who finally understood that losing Emily changed me, but finding myself was the greatest victory.